Okay, finally made it to Partnership Shelter. This is a cool place, man. I imagine summertime there's a big 2-acre lake down there. 2 lakes actually. And probably people come through in the summer probably swim. Nice fire pit right here. Nice shelter in this. There's a bathroom with a shower which does not work. And there's a privy over here which is locked. Which then behind there through the woods, that white building, there's actually a visitor center, which is also locked, but we were able to go there and get water. And we have no phone service here, but there is a phone, and there's a place that we're gonna order pizza later. And that is what's up. Hungry. You ready to have some pizza there, Trent?
Pizza!
Try that.
Pizza and Coca-Cola.
Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna show up, but I'll show you how to set up in a shelter. Is got my mat, my sleeping bag. I use a silk liner. Then I have a little blow-up pillow that's strapped to my mat. I always keep my little cozy, my little coat right there. Clothes bag, my shoes, my electronic sack. And that's where I keep my fanny pack, where I keep my phone and my stuff, and I want to charge at night. And then I always put my glasses and then my headlight in my hat. And then I always keep my water either outside or out here. And I usually put my rucksack over there by here in the shelter. Then I put my backpack, my umbrella, my hiking poles, my gloves, right there. Then I get up. Got a nice stump right here I can stand on. A picnic table. And then that's what's up. He's got a preview right there, which is pretty cool.
Pizza delivery.
What's up, Pizza Man?
Pizza man.
Just by the time we got to bed that night with a belly full of pizza, old Doc came up with 2 pizzas and 2 hamburgers, offered us some food, but we was already full, but old Quadzilla was coming up the trail, and that's who he was waiting for. It was a friend he had met there in 2016. Old Quadzilla is hiking all 3 of the Crown Trails this year. That is thousands and thousands and thousands of miles, and Super Athlete does not even come close to describing this young man. That night in the shelter, we had some of the best conversation I've ever had. I've never been around as many amazing people at one time. It is truly one of the highlights that I ever have spent on the trail.
Okay. Just came out of the mountains here, came to a big landmark on the Appalachian Trail, about what's called the Settlers Museum. And right here is the Lendermood Schoolhouse, 1894, an old 1-room schoolhouse. Just come inside, enjoy your stay here. Old 1-room schoolhouse. Look at all this trail magic. We have a lot more. We grabbed us one of these. Some churches like set up. Awesome. I'm gonna grab something over there. Grab me a bottle of water. Might grab me one of these ankle wraps. And, but anyway, super awesome. All right, man. Whoever people of the church did this, thank you. Okay, I'm coming down to this little valley. Just came off this mountain up here. There's a railroad track running down this little valley. And when we cross that railroad track, we'll be almost a little less than a mile to the town of Atkins. What's the name of that interstate over there?
Interstate 81.
And way over there is Interstate, other side of the house is Interstate 81. So that gives you an idea roughly where we're at. All right, just cross the railroad tracks. Big creek on the other side. I'll video a little of this, that's kind of cool. Kind of swamp it through here. We'll walk at about less than a mile ago to get to a little Roach Motel. Gonna stay in there, relax in. So it'll be pretty cool. I've been in bed and had a shower in 6 days, so I'll enjoy that. Been in the rain and cold a lot the last 2 days. My feet are wet right now. So much water coming out of these mountains in that rain. All the creeks were overflowed, so the normal rocks is trying to stand on and cross were submerged. So got more feet wet. Where more Tyvek's at. More hiking buddy, he's back there somewhere. Kind of lucked out running into that young man. Gave me some good company the last 2 days.
Pretty cool. When we got to this spot, looked over there, and old Doc had left us some trail magic. Left us some water and some candy bars and some bananas and some tangerines. Thank you, Doc. Love you from the bottom of my heart.
I met him 3 days in, or 2 days in the trip.
Okay, we are, what day are you on?
8.
He's on day 8, I'm on day 7. And this young man we just met here, he's doing a bunch of miles. And he's almost finished, he's almost done the whole, well, half of it, section hiking. But anyway, you can see back here where we just came out of Acton. And we were doing a little climb out. It is a beautiful morning, kind of cool. We miscalculated our plans for today. I looked at the app and it said we were 7 miles from where we needed to go. But since we were off the trail, it was giving me as the crow flies. And then about 8 o'clock this morning, or about 7 o'clock, I reevaluated and realized we have 12.5 miles to go. So we had to get up and get on the road or on the trail. All right, man, I got about 8 miles of the day out. Now I hike with my buddy, the guy I was hiking with earlier. He's behind me a little bit. I ran into another guy. We hiked out to his car. It was 8 miles. And let me flip this around. Okay. Just came off that mountain right there. Worked my way down. Zig, 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 zig. Across the road right there. Heading back up in there somewhere. The guy I'm hiking with, I'm gonna wait for him. He's gonna come down out of the mountain there somewhere, come down this road, come up in this pasture. I'm gonna say and chill out and have me a Snicker bar. And got about 4 more miles. It's going pretty good. Got a little bit of injury, my little pain above my left ankle bone. It's bothered me a little bit. Kind of wanted to take some Tylenol or some Aleve, but I kind of really need to monitor it, so make sure I can feel it and see if it's, make sure it's not. Sometimes things are just sore, and sometimes things are injured. I left this one guy this morning, about 8 miles back that way. He's on, he's hiking, he's on his own trip. I got ahead of him and hiked with another fella, and I have been sitting here for an hour and a half wondering what happened. He usually gets about 10. I figured he'd be here in about 15 minutes. I've been here an hour and a half. Okay. Now where I'm at, it's getting cold. I've got to leave now. It's going to get dark before I get to where I'm going. Now, best thing I figured, when I left him, he was about 3 miles into the hike. So if something happened, he may have turned around and went back. I have no way of knowing. I know I can't hike 8 miles back in there. Physically can't make it, plus it's too dark. And but he's got everything he needs. And I got injured and hiked out. So this ain't the Army, this is recreation. So I'm sure he'll be all right. But anyway, so I gotta leave, and we'll figure out how it turns out.
course, that's just frustration talking, and I couldn't leave that old fella in the woods. And so I went up the hill a little bit and dropped my pack and just turned around to go back after him. And lo and behold, I saw him way down there. I sure was a happy fellow.
I saw him down in the woods down there, so I am gonna wait on him. And he looked like he was walking okay. He might have sat down, fell asleep or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna sit up here and wait on him, and so maybe we'll go in together in the dark. Anyway, that's why it goes good. I felt bad. I was like, man, I hope I don't hear about this dude on the news. So Tybet caught up with me. He's coming down the hill. I want to show you how pretty this is here. Kind of hiked down this mountain. Came up on this pretty farmstead. Look at this river. Ooh, wow, that's some pretty country. All right, I gotta take my fat butt over top of this thing. Just climbed that. Now, here the trail takes us. Got about
across this bridge. Oh, that's interesting. One of them culverts going through that concrete bridge. Imagine that'd be hard to build. No concrete's around the base of them pipes and that header. But I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm retired. Yeah, the old barn. I've actually seen this on videos before. Sweet.
Okay, I passed that mill. I came and hiked along the edge of that mountain. Came down. That big river goes back over here, other side of this. And came in the bottom of this. Been working my way up this pasture. It's amazing how this trail's taking me through all this beautiful country and through these people's property. Pretty property. Now I'm gonna head back into here. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an idea how some of the hostels are set up. This little building right here says chapel. I don't know what that is, but I seen a dog picking his head out. Up there's a privy. There's a bunkhouse. And up there by the bunkhouse, you'll see there was I walked up there and there was a Ring doorbell. And I ring it and talked to some guy. He said, I'll be up here later to get you settled in. This says there's a wash house here. I don't know what that is. Anyway, let me see if I'm still waiting on my buddy to come up the road here. Hope he didn't make a wrong turn. But anyway, I hear somebody coming down. Come down on a four-wheeler. It might be him. But I'll give you guys a tour inside here in a minute.